Ma'am Cheryl is here for Empower. Here at Empower, we strive to help women and young girls feel confident and find their inner strength through empowerment and defense training. Today's video, I want to go over about 10, 11 different strengths that you would have saw in a previous video entitled Effective Self-Defense Strength in Action. The reason why I'm shooting this video is because we had a few comments over on the other video, which you can check it out on the card above you right now. Now, I had a couple comments. Somebody was saying about how effective it was. We weren't really showing the effectiveness of the technique, and they said MMA wasn't effective, etc. Meanwhile, we're talking about no. So, in today's video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over those like 10 or 11 different techniques and tell you what the actual strengths are. So, let's get right to it. First up here, what you'll see is the snap kick. Now, the snap kick is generally a good strength for the lower section, meaning the kicking, the groin, the kneecap, or what you just saw, somebody bending over, kicking them in the solar plexus or in the face, or even doing a quick snap kick to the face. That's what the snap kick is for. The next strength that you just saw right here is the knee strength. Knee strengths are excellent for upward and forward strength to like the solar plexus, the groin, inner and outer side, if somebody's bending over, the chest, or even the face. That's what we use the knee strength for. The next strength you're seeing here now is the palm strength. Now, the palm strength generally is isolated mostly to the face, so the nose, the jaw, the eye. The solar plexus is an option as you saw, but really the open hand palm is really effective for the sensitive areas of the face. The next one that you're looking at right now is the punch, whether it be the horizontal or the vertical punch. The punches are really good for soft tissue areas. So solar plexus, floating ribs, kidneys, the nose, the jaw, the throat, the neck, armpit, but definitely no punching the skull because the small focus in your hand can't contain the impact that the skull can generate. Next one that you're feeling is the forward elbow strike, using this part of the forearm. Anywhere on the head, the face, the throat, the rib, the solar plexus are all excellent areas to strike, or even the groin if you find yourself on the ground and you're trying to escape from your attacker. Next, we're looking at the front kick. The front kick is an excellent kick using the ball or the heel of the foot to drive somebody back. So typically, you can strike the leg, the groin, pelvis area, the chest, solar plexus, or even the face to create some space between you and your attacker. Next strength that you're looking at is actually a Taekwondo back kick. Now we would actually never do that type of attack in self-defense. It's more for sparring or fighting. Generally, you would actually do a back kick when somebody's behind you and you're throwing that kick straight back, and that can be aimed at the legs, the groin, the pelvis, the ribs, solar plexus, the head. It all depends on what you're trying to do and that particular situation. The next one that we're looking at is the side kick. The side kick uses the bottom of the foot. We actually use the bladed heel, and that would be if somebody is on the inner side of you and you're actually kicking in a sideways, horizontal, or even diagonal fashion. It could be attacking the knee, the legs, the groin, the pelvis area, the ribs, solar plexus, the neck, the throat, the face. But typically for self-defense, we tend to strike from the groin and down. Now the next one that we're looking at is what we call the roundhouse kick, where we use the instep or top of the foot, as well as a little bit of the lower shin in that area. And typically the roundhouse comes where you turn the hip over. And for self-defense standpoint, you'd be striking the knee, the inner, outer, or front of the quad. The roundhouse can even be aimed towards the groin and pelvis. What you just saw was more towards the ribs. That's more for fighting and sparring, but it's also very effective in self-defense to break the rib, the kidney, If you're a real high kicker, you can kick the throat or the face. But typically, for self-defense, we focus on the lower leg or the upper side and the knees. The next strength that we're looking at is the fast elbow. On the screen here, we're using the fast of the elbow here to hit back. And it can be done at different angles. Typically, it would be aimed more towards the solar plexus, ribs, the throat, the side of the neck, or anywhere in the face. Typically, if somebody grabs you, you're driving your elbows into their rib or their face. Very effective and very powerful. The last strength that we're looking at is Hammerfist. You're seeing more of a horizontal or sideways Hammerfist, which is great if somebody off to your side and behind you. You hit the solar plexus, the throat, the neck, the face would be all a really good target, or even downward towards the groin and pelvis area. As well, you can also use the Hammerfist in a downward motion. You can strengthen the face, the collarbone. If you had a ground opponent, strengthen your solar plexus, face, strengthen your groin. Those are all very powerful strengths. And again, the reason why I wanted to shoot this video on, I think some people felt maybe they were a little bit misled, or maybe they felt that they weren't completely understanding what the purpose of the previous video was. The previous video, the reason that we did it was to show you how powerful those strikes were. We weren't filming it to show you where to hit. That's why I was wearing a chest protector. And see how much power that Cheryl was generating. However, so I want to kind of clear that up in today's video, was to give you where would you actually use those simple strengths, yet powerful strengths on the human body. It's very important to know what strength or what weapons that we have, what weapons we do have, and where on the human body that it would be most effective strengthening, so that you can develop your own personal strategy. Because in self-defense, when you start practicing, you're going to find that you like certain techniques more than others, or you're just going to have a natural ability to generate more power without thinking on certain techniques. You need to listen to yourself and develop those strengths. Instead of necessarily worrying about all the things you can't do, take the strengths that you're most effective with and further develop them and make them extremely powerful. So God forbid, if you ever had to use these techniques in a real life self-defense situation, you're going to have a better chance of defending yourself and getting away from an assailant or predator, because you practice what works for you. So make sure, if you like this video, make sure you click on the video in the right here and check out all the other videos that we have. And Cheryl and I are going to be uploading a bunch more videos over the next little bit, as well as don't forget to grab your copy of Power over at womanempowerment.com. And one last thing, make sure you hit the subscribe button and leave a comment below.